everybody. Welcome to Essential Rhythm Guitar. I hope you will do me the honor of liking the video and also hitting the subscribe button down here. You know the drill. Also, if you want to be notified about upcoming videos, please also click the little bell and choose all notifications, right? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about something that I think of as ornamentations. That is how what you do stylistically to sound like a particular style, even if the note scale and chord choices are seemingly similar, which is often the case, you know. So how do you make your rhythm guitar parts sound in a particular style or a vein of a style? What I've done is I've chosen to record a track that is similar, to say the least, to a well-known soul, rhythm and blues tune. I've then recorded a fittingly soul-sounding rhythm guitar part, but then I've also recorded a somewhat exaggerated country-sounding guitar part over the same backing track. It's the same basic chords and the same basic note choices, but they're treated quite differently. So let's listen to the results that I mentioned, the two different tracks. Okay, here's the soul rhythm part. And here's the country rhythm part. While that country part sounds somewhat out of place over this type of backing, it wouldn't take that much from the backing players to adapt to more country sounding backing parts. But what is it that I do that make the two parts stand out so differently? Okay, so Stylistically, for the soul parts, I play a lot of sixths in the vein of like Soul Man by Sam and Dave, you know. Um, Something like that, right? And or you can find that type of playing in like "I Want You Back" by the Jackson Five. I noticed that the guitar part that probably stands out more in that song is the one where they play octaves, right? There's a big part of the song is that one of the guitarists are playing octaves like that, right? But the part that's always stood out more for me is the other guitar player who plays something like that, right? So, and you will find this type of playing of sixth, and like countless Steve Cropper rhythm parts and Reggie Young parts from when he was back at American Recording, right? And other alike too, you know, like other different soul and rhythm players. They use a lot of thirds. Or sixths. In conjunction with each other, right? And there's also a quite clear rhythmic basic idea based on the 16th notes, you know, like so there's a lot of the 16th notes going on in the right hand all throughout, and there's sort of a more minimalistic style that sticks to a few basic rhythm licks, like the one I played. Something like that. I can't remember it really right now. And the sixth part. Something like that. And these parts and this type of music I find often make up like a repeating, what almost becomes a hook in the song, right? And there's an overall quite smooth attack. Also, somewhat depending on the tune, of course, but it's quite often in this type of R&B and soul songs it's that you don't dig in all that much. However, now then, stylistically, for the country part, here I incorporate a lot more fills in the country vein, you know, and I use a lot of bends. Which are like bends and double stop licks that are typical to this genre, right? The sixth thing will find its way in here as well, but there's often a snappier attack. And then in the verses, I go to play like larger chords, which more make up like a bed for the vocals to rest on, right? But that's pretty much it. So just check out again what I did in those different examples, and see if you can figure it out and incorporate some of it to your own playing. What about sound-wise? What tones do I choose? Well, they're not that different. For the soul part, I opt for a cleaner sound. I also went for another guitar. Actually, when I played it, I went for this one, which is a humbucker-equipped, road-worn Telecaster Mexican Fender road worn, has Lindy Fralin pickups in it. That humbucker that I played is actually a Fralin unbucker, which is you can split it, but I played it in full humbucking mode. And then for the country part, I played this Pink Paisley Telecaster, which is roughly a 2006 Japanese Fender. This now has Lundgren pickups in it. It has a bit of a grittier sound than the old road worn there. And today, for recording purposes, I went all Line 6 Helix. I could have chosen like on my regular pedal board, and one of my amps, and then treated that equipment pretty much in the same manner that I treated the Helix today. So let me just show you what I did. I have a clean sounding basic amp tone on there, and the tone that I choose to build from is the model of the Soldano SLO100 clean channel. That one is actually my favorite in the Helix for creating a really good basic clean tone. And that is also how I use amps in the not digital domain, so to speak. I use fairly clean amps, and I get my drive from pedals. So the SLO 100 clean channel, and for the soul part, there's actually pretty much only that, a very slight touch of delay. You can hear it. That's pretty much the tone I had, except it's not, now it's the Paisley guitar, but that's pretty much it. A little bit of delay. It's the model of a Memory Man, and there's a bit of spring reverb. Very little. For the country bit, the only things I added was, well, first of all, I went to the back pickup, this Lundgren Vertigo pickup. And I also, quite often when I go to the back pickup of a Telecaster, I back off the tone just a little bit, to make it not quite as harsh. Not that I don't think this is not a harsh sounding Telecaster pickup. It's a very nice sounding, sweet sounding Telecaster pickup, but it still can benefit sometimes from just rolling off just a little bit. I have upped the delay a little bit. First of all, shortened it, and gassed it up just a little bit in the mix. I do that with the expression pedal. I always have an expression pedal on the side of the Helix board to control the mix of the delay. So it's almost a slapback, not really a slapback. This is more there to more to fatten up the sound. There's a little bit of dirt on it from the model of an exotic EP booster, so very little right now. For the country part I added a little bit of Klon. Right, and also a little bit of compression, which is from one of the Line 6 original models. It's not really modeled after something in the real world, so to speak. And that's it, right? So stylistically, sound-wise, there you have it. There's the differences that I made for playing over this particular backing track in the vein of a very famous soul and R&B song. Really hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, get back to you soon. Bye for now.